My boyfriend and I have been together for about 6 months and have a fantastic relationship. How do I tell him I love him without completely freaking him out? Just say, I love you. Or maybe double freak him out. Go, I love you, and shake him. Be like, don't you understand? We're gonna be together forever.
Hi, I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women, and you're watching Attract Great Guys, the channel dedicated to helping you to meet and attract a great guy into your life. I thought we'd do something fun today. Our producer, Lana, found some clips of celebrities giving dating advice, and I'd like to review it with you. But I also want to hear your feedback, so if there's anything that you really disagree with in this celebrity dating advice, let me know in the comment section.
Jada was reflecting about love.
Now I see already that we're starting with a Will Smith clip, so I just have to mention this because it's really interesting. Will and Jada Smith have been together for 22 years. Now recently, they have been in the headlines because Jada has admitted to having an affair, but they are staying together. What's interesting is they also refer to themselves not as a married couple, but as life partners with no deal breakers.
She said that you cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea.
I love this message, and to me, there's a much greater message that is the wisdom of Will's statement. And the wisdom in that is that you are not responsible for your partner's happiness. It's impossible for you to have that much control, and it's actually self-centered that someone can think that they are responsible for making someone happy or not. That comes from within each of us, and the moment that we start relying and depending on other people to bring us happiness, what Will is stating here is really wise. It's that allow people to experience their life and do everything that you can to make a positive impact.
Hey, it's me, Tiffany Haddish, and I am here to show you how to get it in. I want you to win when it comes to dating. I want you to have the best life possible. So here goes some tips from me. Tiff tips. On a first date, best thing to do is restaurant. Because then I can figure out what kind of eating habits this person has. And also, we can have an actual conversation. Now, a movie is cool, but that means I don't really want to talk to you. You don't really want to hear what I got to say. That's like a second or third date.
Now, Tiffany is spot on here. You don't want to go to a movie because you're not talking to each other. You're just sitting there staring at a screen. You're not getting to know one another. What's the point? Personally, I would suggest avoiding a restaurant if you can for a first meeting, even just grabbing a drink or something that you're not committed to sitting there through an entire meal with someone if you have no idea if it's a good fit. I like the idea of meeting up somewhere light for like a coffee, for a drink somewhere, for a walk in a public place. Doing those things allows you to meet and greet and much more easily have to jet out of there if you need to, rather than just leaving someone alone at a meal table if you want to get out early.
Now, if we go to amusement park on the first date, that's cool because that's fun, and you're going to be spending a gang of money on candy and hot dogs and stuff like that. Sir.
I love the attitude of, you're going to be spending money on me on a first date, sir. You better invest. For everyone that disagrees with that and thinks that dates should be more equal, I'm open-minded to whatever people value, but personally, if the guy is arguing about paying on the first date, or it's even an issue, maybe it's just a nice guy that's been heavily influenced, but in my mind, if a guy wants to split the first date or not pay for the first date, that would be a no-go.
Or, you know what the best first date location is? Is take her to a painting class, one of them painting board classes. See, you can
These are
get that
great
on
date
Groupon
ideas.
for like $24, okay? 2 for $42, right? And then you got liquor there already. They give you one free glass of wine. Bam, that's super cheap. 2, you get to see how creative and artistic she is, and she get to see how creative and artistic you are. And if her painting is ugly, you don't have to with the no more.
Tiffany's funny, but she's got great ideas. I love the idea of a painting class. It's not awkward. You could sit there and do something fun without worrying about awkward silence. It's great.
This is Derek Does Stuff with a Friend. Today's friend is Emma Watson. Advice? Anyone want advice?
Hello! What is the best way to find a good partner?
So I would say, follow your dreams. And as a kind of side note, when you're not even thinking about it or noticing it, it will just be there because you love the same things.
This is the problem when you're a drop-dead gorgeous, world known famous actress, all you have to do is just pursue your dream, and all of a sudden there will be a dreamy guy there for you. That's not realistic for 99.9% of the world. All you have to do is just become a world famous actress and be traditionally model beautiful. That's all.
Is that also one of the reasons that you fell in love with them all? Because she's the same way?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. You know, she's an amazing human being, and she's caring, and she also happens to be one of the smartest people I've ever met, and she's got a great sense of humor. There's a number of reasons why, but she does do some of the things that she takes on. I'm always very proud of her when I see her speaking at the International Court of Appeals in Strasbourg, you know, with her robe on. It's
Pretty impressive, right?
Very impressive.
You're like, this kind of turns me on.
Well, yeah, it's a nice looking robe.
Yeah.
Look at George Clooney's face, the expression as he was talking about his wife. It was a sense of pride, just real proud of presenting the person he's with, and almost impressed and inspired by how she moves about in the world. And it's such a great message. The more inspiring you can be in life, the more attractive you are. And any man that wouldn't be attracted to a strong, confident woman has a low self-esteem and is insecure and is probably someone that you wouldn't want to be with anyway.
I started using Tinder after me and my last girlfriend broke up. I've matched with a few people, but have no idea what to say to any of them to get the conversation going. What's a good non-creepy opening line? I would say just don't be on Tinder and like go to a bar or do something else. Go out there into the world. It's much more challenging to go and talk to somebody in person, really, because Tinder is for like weird, sleazy late night hookups anyway, right? I wouldn't know that, but that's what I hear.
You know, I do know people that have gotten married from meeting people on Tinder, so I wouldn't totally agree with that. However, I love his message. I think it's so important to get out there and learn how to meet people in real life. That's why we just created a viral video of a shy woman going out to pick up men out in the real world. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. And this is what I advocate for. I think everyone needs to get out there and work more to meet people in real life, because you get such better information and save so much time. And I actually created a course on how you can go out there and meet more high quality men. Check out the presentation for my program, Matchmaker Secrets, in the link in the description.
What is a way of keeping things interesting in the bedroom after being together for a long time?
Good question.
How long is a long time?
Over 10 years?
Over 10 years. Like, how many over?
Huh?
How long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years, okay.
You know, I know that there's a lot of controversy surrounding Ellen. I don't really know much about her, but she was so curious there. I loved it because she was getting specific and personal. And often when we're on a date with someone, if we can get more specific and personal and ask real questions, you get more real information back rather than just like generalized stories.
A little concerning.
So she's thinking of the future already.
Yeah. She's just a planner. First of all, let me just say that I applaud you for bringing this topic up, because I do believe that the single hardest thing people talk about in a relationship is sex, because it triggers our very scariest, worst fears, or at least it does mine, that you would maybe not be enough for your partner.
Quick point there, that literally is the #1 fear amongst men in bed, is their inability to please a woman, because the majority of men don't struggle to be able to enjoy themselves in the bedroom. And yet their biggest fear is that they have no idea how to please their woman.
I would start by asking yourself, what would make things fun for you in the bedroom? And then I think I would introduce that to your partner, and this is key, in a way that's not like, hey, I'd like to do whips and chains. Because if I'm your boyfriend, I go, okay, A, she's already done whips and chains. I don't know how to do whips and chains, and I'm gonna let her down big time.
Some really good hidden insight there. First of all, no man wants to ever think that you are experienced in something in the bed with any other men. So try to remove any stories or any memories of you being with other guys from your mind, and don't ever repeat them with the guy that you're with. It's none of his business. This is something that can really help a guy's fragile ego around the bedroom and help you to make him feel more secure and confident.
I'm now in a spiral panic about how I'm gonna underwhelm you. So it's really important that you go, I read the weirdest thing that people are into whips and chains. Right? This isn't something you're obsessing about. This just came out. Did you hear this, people? And then you kind of open it up that way. For me, that's what I would prefer. That it could be a fun thing you could stumble through together.
Bravo. I thought that was great advice. Very, very good strategy if you'd like to introduce something.
Hey, my name is Timothy Chalamet. I'm 22 years old, and I play Elio Perlman in Call Me By Your Name. The first lesson would be when you love, love wholly. Love unabashedly, give yourself. To suffer is right. And if you are feeling in any kind of way shitty or bad, when you're suffering or you're in heartbreak or you're grieving, you're doing it the right way.
Wow. A lot of wisdom from a 22-year-old kid. Oftentimes, life can be very painful, and that's where we grow the most. So I love the fact that he talks about love in the sense of pain, because often our partner can show us the deepest level of growth, which also sometimes means facing, the harsh truths. And when you're willing to do that with a partner, it's such a difficult and wildly fulfilling process.
Hey, I'm Eric Andre, and this is my shitty dating advice. Okay, my boyfriend and I have been together for about 6 months and have a fantastic relationship. We are very open with each other and are good friends as well as partners. How do I tell him I love him without completely freaking him out? Just say, I love you. Maybe double freak him out. Go, I love you, and shake him and be like, don't you understand? We're gonna be together forever.
As funny as that was, great dating advice. Sometimes you just gotta make the leap and say it, and there's not always a good answer. I remember the first time I wanted to say I love you to Kathy, I didn't really know what to say, so I asked this matchmaker what I should do, and she told me, she's like, well, just tell her you're falling in love with her. Let her know. So I told Kathy that, and Kathy looked at me and she said, thank you. And look, we're married today, so it doesn't always have to go smoothly. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please hit the thumbs up button and share this link with a friend. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Be well.